Hey everyone, Rachel here. I'm a oracle, spiritual healer, and teacher of metaphysical topics, but also um, healings, yoga, things like that as well. So all sort of in the wellness and spiritual world. Today's video is on the full moon total lunar eclipse that's happening on the 7th of September, 2:09 Eastern Time, which is where I am. Before I get into it, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It helps it grow. It helps it get in front of more people. I did write down some things around this full moon. And sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'll just sit and listen to what my guides want to tell me. And, I'm part of what I'm here to do is to bring in messages of light. So they're always going to be on the positive side. That being said, it does feel like there's going to be a lot happening this month. And I did just do a video on the energetic forecast for September. And I kept it pretty short. I didn't go into too much detail because they wanted me to sort of focus on the bigger picture of energetically what's happening, what we can choose to focus on or not focus on, and how that would be helpful, for us now and in the long term. So when I was tuning in, it's the same sort of thing that they're sort of guiding me to messaging wise for the full moon. So I'll share what came through. I'll pull some cards, and then I want to look at some other things as well. So this full moon is in Sidereal or Vedic Aquarius, which is real star time. So it's the actual constellation the moon is moving through. In tropical or Western astrology, people are going to say it's in Pisces, but that's not where the moon is at the peak, I'll say, at the peak of the full moon, right? The peak of the full moon, which is what we calculate the full moon as in any type of astrology, is in Aquarius. So when an eclipse happens, when it's a lunar eclipse, just so you all know, it's when the Earth blocks sunlight from reaching the moon. So if here's the sun, here's the moon, the Earth is sort of coming right in the middle. And so this full moon, which is normally called the corn moon because of the harvest season, is actually going to be like a blood moon because the sun will be sort of blocking out the blue light. And it's the moon will be, sorry, not the sun, the Earth will be blocking out the blue light. And so the moon will appear red. So with the full moon being in Aquarius, Aquarius is basically the future human. When we talk about the Aquarian age versus the Piscean age, which is what we are coming from, the Aquarius age is what we're working into, right? And so the Aquarian energy, and I've talked about this before in other videos, is the energy that's bringing in the future human, the human that has higher consciousness, that is not fear-based, that is love-based, right? So to me, even it just is more appropriate it makes more sense, not more appropriate, it makes more sense to me that this full moon's in Aquarius. So what my guide said to me is bringer of good news. Now, what that means. So calling forth new consciousness unto humanity. As more is revealed, it brings about positive change. No more hiding. All is being revealed. And this full moon is helping to peel back the cover or the veil. Focus on manifestation. With more being revealed, higher consciousness coming in, as more people are waking up and seeing things more clearly for what they truly are, it is time to plant the seeds of manifestation so that the flowers of the seeds may blossom in the spring. So what they mean by the bringer of good news is in the sense that as more things get uncovered, it's just like, ripping the cover off of something. And there it is. It's bringing good news in the sense that it's going to make things change. It's going to bring more end to the old order of things, the old ways of things, the ways that never really served people, humanity, and just served some people. And this is the bigger picture of what's taking place on Earth. This is us breaking through the old consciousness into newer consciousness where we are all sovereign beings. We are all free. So let me get into the next part of what they were saying. All is well, and all will be well. Don't let the chaos and destruction disturb you and put you into fear states of entrapment. Fear states of entrapment. Just think about that. What happens when we go into fear? Our whole body contracts. We don't feel free, right? There's not this ease to life. It's this constraint. It's a rigidity. So let light into your system. Let love in. Act from and be in love. Love what you do. Love the people in your life. And it will all serve you well now and in the future. The key is not to be afraid, to continue to remember you are a co-creator of this world, a co-creator of your reality. You each are. We all are. When we forget this, we become stuck and chained to the systems of the contracted mind, of contracted energy. Remember, you are free. Live as though you are free. No one can take your freedom away except yourself. Transcend the chaos, transcend the confusion, and be in the light. Lead the way forward, and you will create and find what it is you are looking for, what it is you're seeking. So, I think that's a beautiful message. Let me get this pop-up off. It's distracting me. I think that's a beautiful message. And and it just speaks to sort of what I was talking about for the whole month and the energy forecast for the whole month as well. So if you haven't watched that, watch that too, because it'll all sort of connect. So I'm going to pull a few cards around what they want to share, more of what they want to share around this full moon that's coming up and total lunar eclipse. Yeah. Kali, spiritual transformation. That's what's happening from lower consciousness into higher consciousness, bit by bit. It's all in stages. It's all in levels. It's all in cycles. Brave spirit. There we go. Again, just don't let what's going to happen or what appears to be happening get you into this place where you forget that it's up to us. No one gets to tell us how we live, who we are, how we're going to be. That's us giving our power away, right? Yes, stand your ground. Don't give in to any of that, any version of it too, because there's so many versions of it. So many versions of us giving our power away, letting someone else call the shots, being in power struggles, energetically or physically, right? So just be aware of it. Even if you don't really know what that looks like for you right now or how it's manifesting in your life or how it could manifest in your life, just sort of keep it in the back of your mind, right? Like that you're free, that you're truly free, and you get to decide how you shape your life and who you shape it with. Grounded action, anchoring. That's for us to stay grounded right now. So this is the other thing I see, and this is more along for the month. It's not just for around this lunar eclipse and a full moon, but this ties into the month. Is again, there's more of a split of more split separation between those who go into fear-based action and fear-based thinking, and those that are lifting up from it. Like, yeah, no, not. I don't subscribe to that programming. I don't subscribe to what I'm not going to buy what you're selling. I totally reject it. I'm going to do something else. So there's more of that split taking place. So to stay grounded in that, grounded during this month. Dharma, trust in the process. This is the path forward. This is how we find our liberation, ultimately, here on earth, I mean, right? So we don't become under someone else's rule, someone else's thumb. Right? It can so easily slip back into ancient times, not the positive side of ancient times, but like medieval times sort of thing, where all the resources go to very few people and the rest are, barely surviving. Self-expression, speak up, use your voice. Throat chakra. Using your voice, sharing your ideas. It's not just about protesting, right? Because it's important for us to share what we're against, but it's also important for us to share what we're for and to share our ideas around what we want to create, what we're all about, what we believe, what makes our hearts sing, what we're passionate about, right? That's the energy of creation, which is the opposite of the energy of destruction. So we're here to create, not to destroy right now, right? It's all the things that are needing to be destroyed are Kali Ma, right? The transformation, it's happening. It's happening. And that sort of, there's nothing that's going to be stopping that from happening. It's all in on its process. But where we are right now is to start to plant those seeds so they can bear fruit. This is a newer deck of mine. I trust divine timing. All right, so we just had our Dharma. Oh no, that wasn't our Dharma card. We just had self-expression. Before that, our Dharma card, the path. This is the path forward. And there's trusting divine timing, right? It may feel like this is taking a long time, or if you're, depending on where you are this year has maybe felt like 2 years in one because of all the chaos. But, when we can find our truth, our wisdom, right? When we can listen, connect to that part of ourselves, then we can tap into that greater timeline of everything. And not only to sort of intellectually understand, but remember sort of through our soul that everything is working together, connected together, and the timing is just as magical. So if you are impatient, or growing impatient, just remember it's all going forward. Myself and soul are one. Yeah. Your earth body and your spiritual body are one. Don't leave one behind. Either way, right? We're not floating balls of light. We're also not animals. So we need to connect both our spiritual body and our earth body together. And when we do that, we're very powerful. We're in our power. We're in our truth. We can access our wisdom. We can access, our compassion. We can feel comfortable here being on earth, and things can manifest easily for us. So that's what that message is about. Okay. I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.